Tyson Fury walked into the ring for his U.S. debut with swagger, confidence, and a smirk that suggested he was ready to entertain, as much as he was ready to fight. Across from him stood Steve Cunningham, the disciplined former two-time cruiserweight world champion, a man who had traveled the world and never backed down from a challenge. From the opening bell, Fury began talking, taunting, and flicking out his long jab, trying to impose his towering size advantage. Cunningham, however, showed no signs of intimidation. He slipped inside the reach, digging sharp shots to the body and snapping crisp counters upstairs. Fury's left hand dangled low as he tried to measure distance, but Cunningham's speed was immediately noticeable. The pace was electric for a heavyweight contest, both men exchanging confidently in the center of the ring. Fury landed heavy jabs and cuffing right hands, yet Cunningham's quick combinations kept him honest. The crowd could sense something brewing as the smaller man refused to be bullied, setting the stage for a dramatic early turning point that no one inside the arena would forget. The tension exploded in the second round. Fury, perhaps growing overconfident, pressed forward aggressively, but Cunningham timed him perfectly. As Fury leaned in, Cunningham unleashed a thunderous overhand right that crashed on top of Fury's head. The giant Brit hit the canvas, stunned and wide-eyed. The crowd erupted in disbelief as the undefeated contender was officially knocked down. Fury stayed down for several seconds, gathering himself, understanding the danger he was suddenly in. Cunningham sensed history within reach and attacked with urgency, pinning Fury near the ropes and firing quick combinations. Fury's legs looked unsteady, and for a moment it seemed a massive underdog story might unfold right there. Yet even hurt, Fury fired back with sharp counters. He began to clinch, using his weight to lean on Cunningham and buy precious recovery time. The round ended with momentum swinging wildly, Cunningham holding a lead on the scorecards, while Fury returned to his corner shaken but defiant, realizing he had been dragged into a real fight. By the middle rounds, the physical realities of the matchup began to show. Fury, standing 6'9" and weighing over 250 pounds, started to impose his size in brutal fashion. He leaned heavily on Cunningham during clinches, forcing the smaller man to carry his weight and draining his energy. While Cunningham continued to land sharp right hands and quick counters, Fury's jab grew more authoritative. He pumped it repeatedly, snapping Cunningham's head back and setting up thudding uppercuts on the inside. The referee issued warnings as Fury pushed the boundaries with holding and roughhouse tactics, even deducting a point at one stage. Still, Fury's strategy was clear. Make it physical, make it exhausting, and break the smaller man down. Cunningham fought bravely, trying to angle out and use his speed, but every exchange seemed to cost him more. The early knockdown had proven his power, yet sustaining that intensity against a much larger heavyweight was becoming increasingly difficult as the fight wore on. As the bout entered the 6th and 7th rounds, the tide had clearly shifted. Fury was no longer clowning or taunting. His smile had vanished, replaced by cold determination. He stalked Cunningham methodically, cutting off the ring and firing heavy right hands and short uppercuts in close quarters. Cunningham, once bouncing lightly on his toes, now appeared fatigued, his punches lacking the same snap that had shaken Fury earlier. The size difference became overwhelming. Fury pressed him against the ropes, landing grinding body shots and clubbing blows upstairs. Cunningham still attempted to answer back with courage, but his legs betrayed him. A crushing right hand from Fury landed flush, followed by a brutal combination that forced Cunningham backward. The crowd sensed the end approaching as Fury unleashed another powerful right that sent Cunningham crashing to the canvas. The smaller warrior tried to rise, but he was badly hurt, struggling to steady himself under the referee's watchful eye. Moments later, it was over. Tyson Fury completed the dramatic comeback, scoring a knockout at 2 minutes and 55 seconds of the 7th round. The arena roared as the towering heavyweight celebrated a hard-earned victory in his American debut. What began as a showcase of showmanship had turned into a test of resilience, heart, and adaptability. Fury had been dropped, shaken, and forced to confront real adversity, yet he responded by adjusting his tactics, imposing his size, and wearing his opponent down. For Steve Cunningham, It was a valiant effort that proved his skill and courage against a much larger foe. He had stunned the giant and nearly rewritten the script, but on this night, Fury's durability and physical dominance prevailed. The knockout not only preserved his undefeated record, but also announced him as a serious contender in the heavyweight division, a fighter capable of surviving danger and finishing with authority when it mattered most.